everyone, it's Leslie with Leslie of the Corn, and I'm finally getting the time and the moment to film my Tile Tuesday for this week. I know that I popped up a little short clip on Tuesday saying, bear with me, it's been a rough week. So, finally getting a moment to get a little caught up around here with Tile Tuesday. So, the first thing I want to do is remind you that this is the book 100 Crochet Tiles that I'm following along with Sam from Memphis Make and Mafia Mike and quite a few other people who are working on this as well. And so this is my third tile. Trying to keep up here. And so this tile was done originally in the book in one color. With this book, whenever I do a tile, I like to dedicate the tile to someone. I might not do that every single time. We won't hold me to that. Not sure I can come up with 100 people. But then again, stranger things have happened, so we'll see where this, again, we'll see where it ends up. But today I do want to dedicate this one. When I began my journey with crochet less than a year ago, I mentioned last week that Crystal with Bag a Day was the first person that I ever watched. Well, then that began my love relationship with YouTube and finding all these other amazing crocheters and knitters and crafters that are out there who have become very special and dear friends of mine who have become very close to me. Little did I know that, while the internet is such a big world, there's a lot of people that are very close by to me. Ironically, in the same town that my aunt and uncle lived in, there is a lady. Her name is Elise with the blog Les Petites Saint Crochet. She does have a very active YouTube channel, and Elise is an amazingly talented amigurumi crafter. She knits, she crochets, she does all of it. She has a beautiful Instagram page, beautiful videos on YouTube. She also has a great blog with all kinds of different patterns that she has created for herself. In the last week week and a half, we learned that Elise has several pets, which I'm learning, are big pet fanatics. And so one of Elise's cats, his name is Pickle. So her sweet Pickle became very sick, and Pickle has something called FIP, F-I-P, which is and I don't know the details of it. All I know is that it's just a very, can be fatal if the proper treatment isn't given. Unfortunately, from the way I understand it, there's not really a treatment that is out there for this. There's a trial treatment, and Elise and her husband and children are doing what they can to make sure Pickle gets this treatment. He has begun receiving treatment, and from watching her latest videos, he is making some progress. Elise was also the one that gave me the confidence that I could try the amigurumi. So I watched her videos for hours and hours of watching videos. I got the same hooks that she did, which that wasn't a hard thing for me to do. She uses furls, and who doesn't want an excuse to buy furls? But one of the other yarns that she particularly loves is the Barocco Vintage. So I've gotten quite the collection built up over time for the Barocco Vintage. So what I did was I used 3 of the Barocco yarns. This one's in the little organza bag. That closely resembled Pickle to make this week's tile. So Pickle's fur is kind of a grayish brownish black, has beautiful tones of all three of those colors. And in the picture that she has with her sweet son holding Pickle, Pickle's harness that he's wearing is red. So this week's tile, if you can see, there we go, is in shades of a little bit of brown with some black, and then the red to resemble Pickle's harness. So the one thing that Elise has asked and requested is that for those of you that can, all she needs is for you to go over to her channel and watch her videos. So for those of you who don't know Elise, I'm going to definitely link her information below. Please go over and check her out. She, again, is a super talented, super amazing woman who has made some gorgeous, gorgeous pieces of amigurumi. So this, again, is my tile, and I will link Elise's information down in the description box below. So then, for my second tile this week, which I use, I'm pulling from this book right here. I couldn't read it backwards. The Ultimate Granny Square Source Book. Ironically, this is the tile for this week. A rainbow. So many of you know that in the last week that my husband tested positive for the C word. 5 days later, I tested positive for the C word. And as if we weren't done yet, 5 days after that, my son tested positive. So we have now gone into, I believe, day 14 of what I call to the hostage situation. So when I got to this tile, you can bet I was definitely ready to see a rainbow at the end of a very long ordeal. So for this week's tile, here's my rainbow. I did use most of the yarns that I used were the Hobbii cotton, except for my clouds. With my clouds, I used a little bit of sparkle yarn just because, again, I needed some sparkle. I needed a rainbow. I needed something happy going on in this block. So this block will definitely probably find its way back here behind me on display somewhere. So that is my week for the tiles. It's a quick catch up. Again, I will link Elise's box channel below, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Have a safe week, everyone. Bye-bye.